Welcome to Never Met a Stranger, Whispers of Wisdom. Today, I have Tracy Bingman with me. Hey, Tracy. I've been knowing Tracy over 30 years. I used to do Tracy's hair before she got it locked. We are talking all about her hair. She has hair products, you guys. She's an entrepreneur, culinary arts, so many things. So we're going to talk about what she has going on and some nice stories that she has for us that can help you guys. Thank you for coming today, Tracy.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So today, you guys, we have a treat. Tracy, she is an amazing and talented entrepreneur, problem solver. So that's part of her line. I'm going to show you some of her products, and she's going to talk about what it does and how she came about with the name. The name of her products is Evie and Dude. So it's kind of funny where she got it from, but we'll talk about that. I met Tracy over 30 years ago. She was one of my clients, and so as the time went on, we always, kind of kept in touch with a mutual family member that I still do her hair. But Tracy I've always known Tracy to cook a lot. So Tracy, can we talk about your cooking that you've done and how you work at Job Corps?
Yeah.
So how it went into Job Corps, but just you can give us a little bit about your cooking and how it came about and everything.
Yeah. So I'm the youngest of 10, but you would think that being from a large family that I would learn how to cook at home.
Right.
I didn't. Okay. I told my family I'm not going to learn how to cook. I refused to learn how to cook. My mom asked me, well, who's going to cook for you? I said, Michael, my brother that's right above me.
Right.
He had become a chef.
Oh.
So I said, when we were kids, he said he wanted to be a chef, so he can cook for me.
Right.
So I refused to cook. And for years I had been working in healthcare, but in food service, but I never cooked.
Right.
After a while, one of our friends that we found out was actually my oldest sister's best friend when she was younger. Yeah. We didn't know that. Encouraged me to cook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So I learned how to cook at work.
At work.
Yeah.
Okay. And so now you're at Job Corps.
Yeah.
And so what are you doing at Job Corps with the cooking?
Well, I'm the food service manager there.
Okay.
I've been there since the center opened in 2010.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So me and you were talking on yesterday, and we were talking about the garden that you guys are starting to have there. I had my previous guest, Tony Mammon. Tony, I'm going to reach out to you. If you're listening, I'm going to reach out to you and try to get you and Tracy hooked up together, because Tony is a licensed urban farmer. And so she does the gardening, and she used to go to the different places and, help with the gardening there. So maybe you guys can hook up, but talk about the gardening that they want you to do at Job Corps. Then maybe if Tony is watching, I can reach out to her as well to hook you guys up, and maybe you can collaborate on some things.
Definitely. We have, I think it's 15 raised beds in the back.
Oh, wow.
The center goes from 60th and Mill Road all the way. If you think from the property perspective, it's about 7 blocks worth of property.
Oh, is it that long?
It's very long. So it goes from Mill Road on 60th Street all the way back to where Industrial is, where the cutoff is. So all that back piece is Job Corps property. On a large chunk of that is we made a garden on there.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A few years back. And the students, because we have all these different trades, we had different trades jump in and do different and contribute different parts of it. So the cement mason students created the the beds for us.
Oh, that's so nice.
The welding and manufacturing students created our signs and the wrought iron fences that we have for the tomato vines to grow.
Nice.
So it was a collaborative, but wellness, recreation, and food service have been charged with coming up with a program for the garden.
Oh, nice.
It comes behind Healthy Eating Active Lifestyle. It's called HEALS. That's the name of the program.
HEALS.
Healthy Eating Active Lifestyles.
Oh, nice. Okay, I like that.
Right.
We didn't talk about that yesterday.
So I'm one of the facilitators of it because I'm in food service, and it's very important to me to work on that piece because gardening is therapy.
Absolutely.
Right. I had to think about what I think about that. When I think about gardening, I think about when we were kids, what we used to do and how much I didn't take advantage of what was going on.
Right.
My father had gardens when we were little, and he helped people raise gardens. Yeah. His gardens were beautiful. Oh. I mean,
vegetables, everything.
Yes. My daddy can grow anything.
Green thumb.
Anything. My thumbs are completely brown. Mine are too. I didn't.
That's why I need Tony, and I'm gonna need you.
But now,
nice.
Over the years, life has occurred, things are happening. You realize how much therapy comes into play when you're gardening. Yeah. I bake. Yeah. Right. So my baking was my therapy. Right. Some people use gardening for that same purpose.
Absolutely.
So there's a program that when I was in school. We can talk about that too.
If you want. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
For human services, I did a project on recidivism and how we can reduce that rate.
Now, what is recidivism?
Recidivism. That's when people are incarcerated and they keep going back.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason, they like jail. I don't know.
Right.
But they keep doing things for whatever reason. They haven't gotten to the point of where they don't want to go back to jail. They keep doing things that cause them to go.
Right.
There's programs that will help them to get past whatever issues they are having that's causing them to go.
Absolutely.
And horticultural therapy is gardening. They utilize that to help people to get better.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Nice.
So that's what I want to use for our program. What I want to utilize that program as.
That's nice. We talked about yesterday when we were talking. You were talking about Ed Hennings and how he encouraged you and how he had you. I grew up with Ed Hennings on 24th and Capitol. We grew up in that area, and we used to call him Toby. But everybody his name is Ed Hennings, but we called him Toby. But you was telling me yesterday how he inspired you to do. Well, we'll talk about your products and everything. Her products is actually in the beauty supply store, you guys, on East Capitol. I think it's 709 East Capitol Drive, Beauty Palace. Her products are in there. So we'll talk about that too. She actually brought me a gift today, and I'm gonna show y'all. It's so sweet, Tracy. But her products are here, and we're gonna talk about her products and what they do and everything. They're all natural. So you can tell me a little bit about when we were talking yesterday about Ed Hennings, how he inspired you, to go forward with your products, with coming up with all of your natural products and things.
Right. I didn't know who he was, and when I heard about him, through Job Corps and through some of my coworkers.
Yes.
And they were talking about getting his boots on that campus.
Yes.
And I said, well, I need to see these boots. I mean, y'all doing all this talking. I need to see these boots.
Right.
So not only did I look at the boots, but when I hear about something, I don't just look. I scroll.
You scroll.
And I see what's going on.
Right.
So when I looked at what he's been through.
Absolutely.
Right? Because the man don't look like.
No, he don't look like what he's been through.
No, I'm just gonna be honest.
Absolutely. And he doesn't look the same when we grew up. He does not look like what he's been through. Yeah.
And that's a true testament to where he's been and where he's going.
Absolutely.
So because a lot of times you go through things in life and life will make you start looking like
that's right.
What you've been through.
That's right.
I may have the gray hair, but I don't look like I'm as old as I am.
Absolutely.
I got
you look good, Tracy.
30. My mama.
Yep.
But I don't look like I'm as old as I really am.
Right. Right.
Because I didn't allow life to
Absolutely.
make me feel and to make me look like I am old.
Absolutely.
And he did neither. And this man's business, the profile that he has and the work ethic that he put into creating what he created. Yeah. This man took something that he was using hobby and made it into a business for himself.
Yes.
Something that he was using on his job to make his job easier.
Right.
Not to just make his job easier, to solve a problem for other people.
And that's what you look at to do. Yeah. Solving problems.
To the point of where I've been to 2 different things that he's been to. I mean, I'm not stalking him. But he's
inspiring. He's very inspiring.
And I need to be in the building.
Absolutely.
He was the keynote speaker for our Job Corps students, and I cried. And I'm like, man, I swear I wish I would recorded that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because my son goes to Job Corps.
Yeah.
And when I came back, I told him about it. So I sent them a link. I said, look him up. Man, look him up.
Yes.
We have his book.
Yes.
And he's home right now. I'm going to give him the book to take back with him because he needs that story. He's in welding. I bought him that man's gear.
Yeah.
Put this on.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not buying Timberlands.
That's right.
Put this on.
That's right.
I need you to walk around in this because his name is on it.
That's right.
Nobody can take that.
That's right.
So
absolutely.
And the fact that his name is on it, that breathes life to him, that takes him full circle.
Absolutely.
My business, I've been making hair products, hair oil specifically.
Yes.
Since probably 94.
Right.
But I never did anything with it.
Yes.
I gave it away. People hair growing. My hair was down past my pocket.
Right.
My back pocket.
Right.
It's still very long.
Yes.
After cutting it. But I kept being told, you need to sell that. You need to sell. I'm like,
right.
No, I'm just going to give it to you.
Right.
I mean, it's no,
Exactly.
It took him, my niece, my oldest niece, she thinks she's my sister, and my granddaughter being born.
Yes.
For me to really step out and really do it.
Yeah.
After she was born December 6th, 2022.
Okay.
I said, I want to create something for her.
Yes.
6 months into it, I had to have a hip replacement. And I ended up having it done. But before I had that done, I was doing the work to get this taken care of.
Right.
But before that, I planned, I want to learn how to make soap.
Yes.
I never knew how to make soap until 2023.
Okay.
Never knew. Now I'm rocking the mess out of it.
Yes, you are. And we have some soap here. I'm going to show you guys.
I wanted to make something because I have super sensitive skin. That's why I was making the hair oil.
Right.
A friend of mine, he's actually my ex, but we have been friends since 12 years old. We grew up together.
Yes.
First time we ever touched shea butter was at it was called Afrofest
Afrofest
at the time. Then they changed
time.
to African World Festival. I had to do the timeline in my head. We both touched raw shea butter for the first time in 94.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I mean, I've never been able to put something on and not itch.
Right.
This stuff. I didn't itch.
Right.
So, okay, I'm going to use this. So I started using that stuff. And over the years, I tried to figure out what else I could do with it. Didn't do much with the oil in that aspect, but I did make butters.
Okay.
I made the butters for some years. Then that fell by the wayside because I'm cooking.
Right.
I never left my job.
Exactly.
I've always been in food service since I was 15 years old.
Right.
But I love a good recipe.
There you go.
Food service.
There you go.
So I'm going to learn how to make this. It's helping me at the same time. I'm giving it away to people.
Absolutely.
But I'm going to put that on the back burner for a minute.
Yeah.
Because it's something else I need.
That's right. That's right.
I locked my hair, but I need something for it. I don't know how to take care of this stuff.
Right.
Everything that people was using was making my scalp itch.
Right.
I can't. My hands itching, my scalp, I can't.
Exactly.
So I came up with the oil.
Nice.
So we have it out. That oil helped my locks, my nieces, my friends.
Yeah. Let's look at this. Let's look at now. Which oil is it?
The one in the back, on the left.
This one here.
On the left. Yep.
Okay. This is my gift, you guys. She brought me a whole bag and everything. She makes t-shirts and stuff. Let's see what does your t-shirt say? She makes t-shirts too, you guys. So she's gonna put up all her social media information, her website or whatever, everything that she has. We're gonna put it up on the screen for you guys. But give a shout out and tell them what your social media. What's your social media?
My social media right now is just I am Tracy B on Instagram and on TikTok. But it's moving to Evie and Dude. The website is evieanddude.com.
Okay.
dude.com.
Okay. And we'll put it up on the screen as well at the end when you see it. But these are the oils. So you can talk about these oils.
Okay.
And I want to talk about something me and her had talked yesterday. It's a sensitive subject. She was in a really near-death experience, car accident with her daughter and her son were in the back seat. I want to touch on that, Tracy, if you don't mind. I just want to touch on it because the story is so amazing, you guys. So I want to touch on that, but I want her to talk about her oils, and then we're going to go back to that. And I want to just touch on that experience that she had that led her to doing a lot of what she's doing now too as well. Okay.
Okay. The first one I have is Ire Glow.
Okay.
And the other one is Melanin Ire Glow.
Okay.
Now, I didn't have names for it when I started making it.
Right.
What I was doing, I was taking herbs. Some of these herbs you actually cook with.
Okay.
And mixing them together with carrier oils to create this oil.
Okay.
So what I learned was jojoba oil,
okay.
Specifically jojoba oil, is the closest to your scalp, to your skin sebum, that the oil that your body naturally makes. Jojoba oil is the closest to it.
Okay.
So jojoba oil is the base oil in my oils.
In your oils.
Yes. So I call it Ire Glow because it's going to make your hair shine. But at the same time, Ire comes from Ayurvedic. That's Indian herbs.
Indian herbs. Now, how do you pronounce Ira? How do you spell Ira? I'm sorry.
Ayur.
Ayur.
Vedic.
And pronounce it again.
Ayurvedic.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And that's the Indian. That's the one, the Indian herbs.
Yes.
And so what's the name of that one?
Ire Glow.
Ire Glow. Mm-hmm. And then the other one is?
Melanin Ire Glow.
Melanin Ire Glow. So that one is African. It has
the
melanin. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And the differences between the two,
okay,
there's not much difference other than I added African herbs into this one.
Okay.
Specifically chebe powder.
Chebe powder.
Chebe powder.
Okay, and chebe is what is that? What exactly is chebe?
It's a just like the not chili powder, but kind of like it's a strong herb that you use. It's African, but it's a strong herb that you use to help promote hair growth.
That's what I was looking for, to promote the hair growth. Okay.
It stimulates your hair growth. It opens your follicles.
Okay.
So, and this comes from Africa, and this one comes from Indian ground, from Indian soil. Ground. So
nice.
Only difference is some people just really like to have Afrocentric things.
Absolutely. So it's their preference which one they want to choose. They both kind of do the same thing, but it's their preference. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah. And these products are actually in the beauty supply store. The beauty supply store is called Beauty Palace, and the address is 709 East Capitol Drive. Okay. And the products are called Evie and Dude. Now let's talk about. I'm gonna go back to the accident too, but Evie and Dude, where did that name come from?
So I kind of speak in I speak in a lingo than other folks, but
I love it.
I still say dude and dog.
Dude and dog.
Like we just
What's up, dude?
I feel like I'm sitting around Deion Sanders all day. But I say dude and dog.
Dude and dog, because that's all he says.
But Evie is my granddaughter.
Yes.
Her name is Evias.
Yes. Beautiful name. I love that name.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God. That chick is something.
Yeah.
My mom said she's me all the way because my son was not like that.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Right.
But Evie is her nickname, and Dude is just whatever other grandkid I get, not from my son,
right,
but from my daughter.
Yeah.
I have two.
Right.
So when my daughter has one, her child is going to be nicknamed Dude. Whether it's a boy or girl. Sorry, Tracy. Your daughter's going to be named Dude.
So that's where the name comes from, Evie and Dude.
Dude.
I love it. Okay, now let's talk about. We're gonna go to the other products too, but I just want to talk about the car accident because when you were telling me about it, it just really did something to me. When you were telling me about it, just how it happened, what you saw, and you go ahead, tell me. So you were in the car,
yeah, April 23rd, 2009.
Okay.
We were on our way to take my kids to school. My son was going to go to my area. My daughter was going to Cass.
Yes.
So same route. We took it every morning. We go down North Avenue to 4th Street.
Yes.
Cut across because go to my area is on 4th Street.
Right. Right.
We see this guy. First off, at home, we didn't argue about the car seats.
Right.
My son was about 30 pounds.
Yeah.
He's 9 years old. He's a very skinny guy. He's still very skinny. He's just tall and skinny now.
Right.
But my daughter's always been like 5'9", 5'10" when she was a little girl. Now she's 6'1". But at the time, they were kids. She had just turned 13. He was still 9 years old.
Yes.
This morning, we didn't argue about seatbelts or anything. We just went to school with no problems. We just going. Good morning. After 7 o'clock when we left the house, we hit 4th and North Avenue, turn right, as we always did.
Yeah.
When we hit 4th and Garfield, we saw this car that's just like weaving back and forth because there's like a little bit of an incline.
Right.
So we're like, what is this fool doing? I said, y'all see him?
Right.
My daddy, everybody would say, y'all always pointing at stuff. I said, yep, this is right in front of us.
Right, exactly.
So we all can see him. I said, y'all see this? And it's like, what is he doing? I said, I don't know. We follow as we're driving. We're going slow because we're in a pedestrian area, in a city area. So we have to go less than, it was actually the 25 on that street, but we were going slower than that because there were people outside.
Exactly.
So
and you said like 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning. Okay.
So by the time we hit 4th and Brown is where at the corner where he was, we're driving. We're in an SUV, an extended cab SUV. Right. By the time when he passed my windows, I said, well, he's not our problem anymore, y'all.
Exactly.
As we're passing him, he hit the back of my truck.
Yes.
Flipped it forward one time, and it flipped 6 times up and down the street. Now, this was told to the police by the people that were outside. Right. Because people were outside cleaning. April 23rd. And they were the ones that came to help us, call 911. Yes. We were able to reach, they were able to reach out to my family, my father, my brother came to the scene of the accident. Our vehicle, they said, had it not hit the car that was on that corner, would have kept going down that street. Right.
And it had flipped, you guys. She showed me 7 times. It had flipped and was just flipping and flipping. Yeah. And thank God y'all didn't argue about those seatbelts. Yeah. That morning, they just put the seatbelts on. That wasn't nothing but the grace of God to do that. And it wasn't arguing about the seatbelts, and the seatbelts were on. Go ahead. I'm just amazed by this story. Like,
as I mentioned, my baby son, I call him baby son.
Baby son.
He was about 30 pounds. I mean, the dude is, he's not 30 pounds, but he's very skinny. He's very thin. Had he not had the seatbelt on, he would have flown through the window.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm very thankful for the seatbelts.
Absolutely.
When they hit us, my instinct was to get my children. So I turned around.
Right.
And I was stuck there. So I was watching them in fear of what's happening.
While you flipping.
Time.
While you flipping.
And there was nothing I could do. I couldn't get to them.
And that's the worst feeling in the world. You can't save your loved one. You can't
save them. My head hit the roof. I banged on the doors. My window was busted. My arm was scraped on the ground. The only 2 windows, this extended cab SUV, the only 2 windows that didn't bust were where they were sitting.
Where the kids were sitting.
Only 2. There was glass in my eyes. Glass went through my finger and hit an artery. So there was blood all over the truck.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. And my niece said that they told them that the people that were in that vehicle, they would have thought were been dead because of how it was crushed. So when we landed, what was good was that what was crazy was that it landed on wheels.
Landed on the wheels.
And I kept hearing this hissing sound. No airbag deployed. Not one.
7 times flipping and no airbag deployed.
No, because you have to have an actual impact for them to deploy. I didn't get hit on the doors. At least that's my thought.
Right.
I didn't get hit on the doors. They did crush, but maybe the crushing caused them to not come out. I'm not sure. Even the one on the steering wheel, my head hit that thing.
Oh, wow, Tracy.
Well, the bottom, my chin, and my head hit the front window.
Okay.
The windshield.
Yeah.
Glass in my eyes. when I got out of that truck, I'm trying to open these doors. I can't get them open.
Right.
The whole time I cannot get these doors open. I get one open and I pull my daughter out first. She's right behind me.
Right.
And she's taller than me.
Yeah.
And I pick her up and I take her and I sit her on the church steps. I go around to the other side and I get my son out. And I take him and I sit him on the church steps.
Right.
To this day.
Listen to this, you guys.
To this day.
Listen to this.
Because we didn't go back until, I want to say 2 years later, because there was a lot of trauma in that.
Right.
To this, even still, I get a little teary-eyed thinking about it now.
Thinking about it.
And that was in 2009.
Right.
There's no church on that corner.
Right.
There is no church on that corner. But my son and my daughter and I all remember
a church being
them on that corner.
On that corner. And don't forget about, it was another person that you saw in the car, you guys. She told me that when the car was flipping, it was really just 3 of them in there, but it was another person in the car. That was an angel in that car. I know people maybe don't believe in that, but I do. And like she said, they saw a church on the corner, and it never was a church there, but they saw a church there. Listen, y'all can believe what y'all want to believe, but I know that it's a God and save them. The kids didn't have really not one scratch on them or anything. And this car then flipped over 7 times, y'all. Now, Tracy has some injuries. She has some injuries. You can, if you want to talk about injuries, you can, say what injuries you had. But what stuck to me, what she told me about this story, you guys, she said from that day, she said when God told her to move, she moved. Anything now that happens, if God says, she moving right away.
Yeah.
You can tell Tracy.
Before that accident, I had been getting signs that I need to slow down.
Doing
a lot of things.
He would tell us.
Worked in the church kitchen. I played drums for the church. I traveled with our church. Any function that we had that the kitchen was serving for, I was there.
You was there.
On top of being that parent that always wanted to be involved with the children.
Yes.
On top of my nieces and my nephews, whatever they're doing. And working. Having to deal with staff not coming into work. I did work at 5 o'clock in the morning, sometimes stay to 8 o'clock at night.
Right.
Middle of the day, I would dip out and go see the kids and see what they're doing at the school, whatever performance they're having, and make my way back.
Yep.
I kept getting signs I need to slow down.
Yep.
Falling asleep at the light.
Yep.
Getting the horn honked at me like, oh, okay,
I'm
going.
Yeah.
Falling asleep in my driveway.
Yeah.
Sleeping while I'm trying to get my paperwork done.
Right.
All types of things. It's just, I'm just sleeping at times where I should be awake.
That you should be awake and doing.
And that was signs, I believe.
Yeah,
of
absolutely.
Me being told to slow down. And I said, no, I have to.
Yeah.
I have to keep going. I said, man, come on now, dude. I got dude.
Dude,
I got things I have to do.
Right.
I mean, it's just me.
Yeah.
So I have to get these things done. I could have had family to step in to do some of the different things, but I missed a lot of stuff with my kids. I want to be able to come see some stuff. I didn't go on vacation with them. My niece always took them.
Right.
She was okay with doing it, and I'm very, very, very appreciative.
Yes.
This is the niece I said, think she my sister.
Muffin.
Yeah. Muffin. But I'm very appreciative to the things that she did for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I couldn't do some of the things because of work.
Yeah.
And that's not an excuse, but if I have to have the job to take care of my children because it's just me, I have to go. I can't say I can't do it.
Absolutely.
My niece was always willing to step in the gap.
Absolutely.
And I'm very appreciative to this day. We're like sisters.
Yes, I know.
But we're not.
Right. So remember that, Muffin.
Yeah. But she stepped in all the time.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I have to go see this. I have to go do. I mean, if I can, I will.
Right.
And I kept getting those signs that I need to slow down. I just didn't heed them.
Yep. We all do. That happens to most of us. And we need that village. Like you said, Muffin always been there. We always talk about the village that we need. But yeah. Finish you.
And we think we can do everything.
Yeah.
We can't.
We cannot. We need each other. We need.
Yeah, we do need each other.
Absolutely.
And we can't do, even being a single parent home, we're not two parents.
That's right.
And I had to learn that lesson. And that is another thing that I learned in that accident. Everything in those 7 flips came to me.
Yes.
Everything.
Yeah. Wow.
And I had a lot of time to sit down after to think about all of the things that came to me in those 7 flips.
Yes.
Those signs that I didn't heed, I got April 23rd, 2009. That's what I believe.
Yeah, absolutely.
I told you, have a seat.
Yeah.
So
I told you to sit your behind down somewhere, Tracy.
So I was sat down for a year and a half.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to recover. I lost my ability to walk.
Yeah.
I lost my ability to do. I lost my ability to think clearly.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned to you, what my contemplations were.
Yeah.
As in my weakest moments,
I thought
that it would be easier.
Yeah.
For me to not be there.
Yeah.
Than to have my children see me the way I was.
Right.
Because they've never seen that. They've always seen Mom as Superwoman.
That's right.
And she's always up and doing. She's always got something going on.
Yeah.
And now I had to tell them I can't walk.
Yeah. Right. Right.
So I didn't tell them I couldn't walk.
Yeah.
I didn't tell them.
What did you do?
When they were up, I'd be sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
I'd be in so much pain.
Yeah.
High as a kite. I'm not even going to tell the story.
Yeah.
Because the doctors gave me all this different medication.
Absolutely. You was in so much pain.
In so much pain.
Mm-hmm.
I would get somewhere while they were awake and I stayed there.
Right.
I drink soda because soda didn't make me go to the bathroom. See, now, like I said, I didn't think straight.
Right.
Soda doesn't make you go to the bathroom as much because it slows your kidneys down. Water cleans it, makes you go. So
there you go.
Soda. I sat there until they went to bed. And when they went to bed was when I moved. Because I couldn't walk.
Right.
I didn't want them seeing that.
Right.
So then by the time they wake up, they get ready for school. They're bigger kids. They're still little, but they're bigger kids. They get themselves ready.
Exactly.
My niece will come and get them.
Yes.
Take them to school and I'll still be laying down.
Right. Wow.
They didn't see anything. By the time they come home, I'm downstairs.
You downstairs.
Yeah.
Wow. But you see how things did a 360 and turned around, and you were on that medication. Now you're making all natural products, and you're doing, I mean, everything happens. You hate to say that it happens for a reason, but sometimes, like you say, he was trying to tell you to slow down. Yeah. You know, you hate it to have happened that way, but it led you to having your products in Beauty Palace.
That's right.
And which is amazing. So she has some more products, you guys, I want to show you too, that she has. And that gave her so that story right there is amazing. And it gave her like the strength and the motivation to do this. And you said your dad too, he kind of inspired you to do some things as well, right?
Yep. My father was the one that talked me out of my madness.
Yeah.
He talked me out of my madness. But then I fell short again because 2 years later he passed away.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah.
My father told me, don't watch me. Go to work. Your kids still need you.
Right.
Right? Because he had already sorry.
No, it's okay, Tracy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He taught us that he wasn't brought on this earth for him.
Right.
So I was like, well, who are you here for?
Right. Right.
I mean,
right.
If you're not here for you, what you supposed to be doing? He was here to bring me.
Yeah.
So why would I think I'm here for me?
Right.
Absolutely. That's why I kept doing.
That's why you kept doing.
Because I'm not here for me.
Right.
These jokers, I'm pointing like they back here. They
yeah.
They need me.
They need you.
So.
And 360, we need you because now you got your products out here and it pours out into the world.
Right.
We have purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
And he said they need me, and he was saying they need me to work, but he really said they need me. So dude, you're right. I can't leave.
Right.
I can't leave.
Absolutely.
I got to do better.
Yeah.
So the medication that they gave me,
yes,
I poured it all in the toilet.
Yeah.
Then my niece said, why you pouring it in the toilet? You're supposed to turn it in. because she works in healthcare. So you're supposed to take it in and they dispose of it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because there's not all narcotics. They gave me about 13 different bottles of narcotics.
Oh, wow. And you're supposed to turn it in?
Supposed to turn it in.
If you don't use it.
Yes, you could take it to a hospital, pharmacy, or wherever. They dispose of it with coffee or some other kind of chemical that they use.
Okay.
But I did work in healthcare. So I could have taken it to one of the facilities and had them to dispose of it for me.
Okay.
In that accident, I lost, again, not just my ability to walk, my mind, my train of thought, my good train of thought. I lost my job. I almost lost my house because I didn't have any money.
Right.
But thankfully I had the 401k. When my father talked me out of my madness and he said, your kids need you, it thrust me into, yes, they need me. I gotta start doing better. I have to do better. I have to do better.
Right.
I found a position with Job Corps. They found me, shall I say, because I wasn't going.
Absolutely.
And my niece was like, well, what did you think we did when we were there? I said, oh yeah, that's right. Because I said, what am I going to do at Job Corps? I don't have a degree in that field. So what am I going to do? And she said, but what'd you think we did? We ate.
Yeah.
So I say, you're right. And I won that position out of 37 people.
Oh, wow.
So
it was meant for you. Mm-hmm. You know that.
And I went back to work and doing what my daddy told me to do.
Yes.
And he passed 2 years later.
Yeah.
But he still said, they need you. So I kept on moving.
You kept going.
I'm still in recovery.
Right.
I'm kept on moving. Yeah. I have to do what my daddy said.
Right.
One thing about me is I can follow rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
My parents tell me to do something, I'm going to do it. And they said I need to be present for my children. And that's what I started doing.
Okay.
I started making things that I knew they needed.
Yes.
Making things I knew I needed.
Yes.
Making things I knew my nieces and my nephews needed.
Right.
That's why I was making hair oils, body butters, lotions, sprays, all types of stuff. My niece like, you always start something and just stop and just gave up on us.
Yeah. But look now. So those ideas were placed inside of you because it was a passion that you had. Mm-hmm. So that was part of your purpose. So we're going to go through some of your product, the other products you have real quick.
Okay.
You have your soaps. You make lip balm, which I'm keeping. This is my lip balm. Oh, this is my lip balm. Pineapple, my favorite. She makes the lip balms for the kids too. So, but this is mine. So I'm gonna put this in my bag.
Well, these two are body oil and yoni oil.
Okay.
So both of these have the body oil is called Rouge Karma. Reason it's called Rouge Karma.
I like that name.
The fragrance in the Rouge Karma is Baccarat Rouge.
That's what I have on now.
And that fragrance is
I love it.
It's an unforgettable fragrance.
Oh my goodness.
So that's why I put Karma, because it's gonna come back to you.
There you go.
I
like that.
So
I like that.
My daughter Casey kept saying, name it Rouge Radiance. And every time I was going through the thing, I kept saying Rouge Radiance. I was like, Casey, but that's just,
that ain't it.
It's got to be Rouge Karma. It's got to be Karma, because that scent is going to come back.
It comes
people
back.
People are going to remember what
they
it
sure
is.
do.
Like, oh, what is that?
Absolutely.
So that's why I chose.
And that's the body oil.
This is the body oil.
Okay. I will be wearing that.
And this one we created with the opportunity to change the fragrance.
Okay.
So you can make a mass amount of the carrier oils and change the fragrance.
Nice.
So this one, because Rouge Radiance is not Rouge Radiance, but Baccarat Rouge is unisex.
It is.
So anybody can wear this.
Yes.
So
okay.
Because of the notes that's in it, you can couple it with another fragrance. On top of that, we can go over that a little bit later too, but they both run well together.
And it mixes it. Okay.
Mix together. You wear one at the top, one at the bottom.
Yeah.
But it really works really well.
Okay. Nice.
The other one is Golden Goddess.
Okay. I like
this
that
one,
too.
Thank you. This one is the yoni oil.
Okay.
Now, this one you use in between yoni steams. You can use it every day.
Nice.
It has calendula in it.
Now, what is calendula?
Calendula is a flower.
Oh, so it's a flower in there.
It's a flower in here.
Let me lift this up. You guys, you can see it's a flower in here. Yep. You probably can't see it good, but it's a flower inside of here.
Yep. And calendula is an anti-everything, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. Calendula.
Yep. Okay.
Anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antimicrobial, is anti-everything. Anti-inflammatory. Use this for yoni.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's very light. The blend of oils is very light.
Okay.
So that's these two.
Okay.
And the fragrances on that oil is very light as well. So it's like, the fragrance on it is very light as well. What you have to be mindful of when you're mixing oils, when you come in with the formulations, is that you keep it as close to the natural oils as possible. Okay. You have to. Okay. So that one has marula oil in it because that's close to your body as well, to your natural oils. Yeah. So you have to make sure, because otherwise, first off, it'll be like you may as well just put on like vegetable oil, like kitchen grease. Gotcha. Because it's not serving you any purpose. Right. So right. But this is yours. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Okay. This one is also this one has the same thing, not similar to the same thing. This is the Glow Up. This is a face oil. Oh. This one also has marula in it. Okay. And then all the ingredients are always on it. You always want to make sure that you have your ingredients on your products because you want to make sure that whomever's purchasing knows what the exact way to use it. The exact way to use it, but also what's in it. And what's in it. Because there could very well be an allergy. Absolutely. Like I said, a lot of these things we can eat. Right. So, okay. Yeah. So we want to make sure that we tell people what's on it, or it could be we could have an allergy to it. Right. Right. So they need to know that. They need to know what it is. Because sometimes, like if I had, like here, sweet almond oil, I have to make sure, because if someone has a nut allergy, right, they need to know. They need to know that. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. So this one is jojoba oil, of course, rose hip, sweet almond oil, marula oil. Okay. Rose oil, camellia seed oil, and vitamin E. Oh, nice. This is for the face. And that's for the face. Yes. And so that's a good moisturizer. It's a good moisturizer. Okay. Okay. It's a good moisturizer. And no matter what soap you use, but I'm going to say use this one. Yes, that's right. It's the one I'm going to promote. That's right. But no matter what soap you use, you put this on however you want. But what I do is put it in the tea line. Okay. And then I just rub it in. Okay. Just rub it in. It's very light. Yeah. And it smells very good too. Okay. Like, nice. I mean, I was going to say take a pull, but it's not like it's tobacco. Take a pull. Take a pull. This yours? You go for that? Yeah, it does. It smells good. Yeah. And you want to make sure that, and that's no fragrances. This is just the natural oils. Just the natural oils. Just the natural oils. So I put, just to give it some color, I put calendula in this again. Okay. Because calendula, like I said, is anti-inflammatory. Nice. Right. So it helps you, antibacterial. It helps you with your skin. That's pretty. So I put some roses in there because there's roses in the there's rose oil that's in there. Okay, yeah. Nice. Rose hip and rose oil in it. I like that. And the soap is Honey Glow. Okay. This one is a hyperpigmentation soap. Okay. So it's a scrub. Oh. This one you can use on your skin if you want, but for me, because I'm super sensitive. Yeah, me so too. I have to put it in my hand and then apply it, and then apply it and let it sit for a second. Okay. Go on about the rest of my shower and then take it off. Okay, and that's good for the face. Yes, good for the face. Okay. But if you have dark spots anywhere else, on your arms, on your knees, yeah, some women on the thighs, right? Get in there and do it. This soap is gonna help to clear those blemishes. Oh, nice. So now that is really nice. That's good to know. The ingredients on the back of here as well. Okay. This one has turmeric in it. Okay. I drink turmeric. Mm-hmm. Like I said, turmeric has so many positive properties for the body. And it helps you clear your skin. Yes. But it also has coffee in it. Okay. Because the coffee is the exfoliant that's used in this. Nice. Licorice powder. Orange peel is in here. Rosemary. That's so amazing. These are different things that we use to. Yeah. And rosemary and licorice, orange, we eat that. Okay. Right. So, exactly. We eat that. So, like I said, these are different things. We eat honey. Yeah. So, the stuff that we make is all natural. All natural, you guys. All natural. There's Beauty Palace, 709 East Capitol Drive. Okay, you guys. Our products are all natural. Like,
And you have male products for men as well, right?
We do.
So this is your male products too, right?
Yes. You got to smell this.
Okay. So she has products for the men, for their beards. We'll talk about that real quick.
Solid cologne. Now they can put this solid cologne on their face. They can put it on their hands. They can put it anywhere because this is made with shea butter.
Shea butter.
Shea butter, baby.
All natural.
And coconut butter. Coconut butter.
And coconut butter.
This one, this fragrance, I call it Mogul's Mane.
Okay.
My son named these.
Okay.
Evie's Pop. He named the fragrances for me. The 3 fragrances I have are Mogul's Mane, Bastien, and Nexus.
Okay.
So Mogul's Mane, I'll let you smell it.
Okay.
Tell me what you think.
Okay. We got to support our own, you guys. Go to Beauty Palace, 709 East Capitol Drive, you guys, so you can support her. Ooh, this smells good. Listen, men, whoever watching, y'all got to go get y'all some of this and support her. Support our own. That smells so good, Tracy. And which one is now? This is
solid cologne.
This is the solid cologne, and you can just say that you can put this on their bodies.
Yep, put it right on their body.
Oh my gosh, no, serious. I'm not even joking. I want to put this on myself. This smells so good. Listen, men, if y'all watching, y'all go on East Capitol to Beauty Palace and get you some of this. This smells so good. Support our own. Evie and Dude. So I am so proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you,
Tracy. This is amazing. You guys, we had so much that we could talk about, but I know time is getting away from us. But Tracy, do you have any words of wisdom that you want to give everybody that, we can close up? Again, like I said, we're going to put all your information on the screen so they can see it, to get in touch with you guys. You guys, please go to Beauty Palace and pick up her products. Support our own. Support Ed Henning. I'm giving him a shout out as well because it was part of her, her journey. So you guys support our own. What words of wisdom do you have, Tracy, for everyone today?
For years, I've lived by one quote that I just developed over time, and I teach it to my children. I taught it to my nieces and nephews. I teach it to my students at Job Corps.
Yes.
Make decisions now that your future self will thank you for.
Oh, I love that. Make decisions that your future self will be. I love that. That will thank you for. I love that. Well, Tracy, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate it. It was a blessing. I appreciate you so much for coming. It was so good to see you again.
You too.
Thank you. And like I always say, you guys, it takes a village, and I am too grateful to be quiet. So thank you guys for tuning in today, and I appreciate you guys, and see you on the next episode. Bye-bye. That was good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. He gonna edit all of this stuff.
Okay. Get out of my nerves after a little while.
Yes, because you get. Thank you for my. Oh, I forgot your T-shirt. But I did say that you make T-shirts, and I did that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I did get that in there. So
yeah.
He'll put your information. Text me all your social media information.
Okay.
And then I'll send it to him. And then when he puts it up there, he'll have it in the beginning with your picture and your information and stuff. He'll have it up there.
Okay.
I forgot to show my shirt. Man, that's okay. But I did say that you do T-shirts. I did say that. But yeah, let me see my shirt. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah. I'm gonna get in touch with Tony to see. You gotta let me know what you think, she should do as far as helping you guys with the garden.
Anything.
Like
I said, my thumbs ain't green, they brown. So for me, because I don't know how to garden at all.
Right.
I don't know how to garden at all. Yeah. So she's getting her doctorate right now too. So she's real busy. So she's doing her dissertation. But she's always willing to help. Okay.
Mm-hmm. She's always willing to help. So
we just got a new she's not director. She's a manager of wellness, and she used to actually be a student of ours years ago. She was in the CNA trade. This is every day. I like that. She was a student of ours in like 12, 13. And she was in the CNA trade. She left and went to the military and did an LPN, I think. And when she got out, she went to nursing school. Right. Became a nurse. Oh, wow. And now she's back at Job Corps and she's a student nurse. Oh, wow. Now that is nice. Yeah. So she's ready and willing to help with anything those kids need. She said, because y'all helped me. Yeah. And that's why I give back to that program as much as I do, because they're the only ones that gave me a chance when I was in recovery. Nobody. I mean, I went and applied at McDonald's because I worked there from 15 to 24. Right. I'm thinking, okay, well, it's easier to go back to McDonald's. Nah. McDonald's is like, no, we think that you would leave after a while. Of course I will. Right. I mean, I have 2 children. So, I mean, people do that. But no one else would hire me. Wow. Job Corps did. The only reason I got the social service degree was because that car accident left me with the decision of what I'm gonna do with my life. Right, exactly. So Job Corps gave me the opportunity to do both. I get to cook and help people. Ain't that something? How everything works out? I get to do both. So on a daily basis, even though I'm not working in the social service realm, like actually with that under my title anymore, they still come to me quicker than they would the actual counselors. When I was one, they would still come to me, but they wouldn't come to me as much. They would come to food service and maintenance. Right. You know, because we don't have anything that we can hold against them. They don't either, really, but they feel like they do. Yeah. Like, you the man. I'm going to talk to you. Right. You know, you're going to write something down. Right. But food service, maintenance, custodians, they're not. We're just talking to them. Right. So we like the cool auntie. Yeah. So I'll call me like, don't you know what you just did? Right. Like, what we going to do about this? How we going to fix it? Exactly. Right. So I just had that conversation with a staff member the other day. Like, I'm talking to you like you weren't a kid. I know. What's the deal? I know. But because I get to do that and still work with food, I stay. Yeah. I stay. But if dude tell me to head it, I'm out. I know. I have no loyalty. That's right. No loyalty. That's right. You gotta tell me to head out. If he say move like you say, that's just what it is. I have to. And he will force you, and you'll be like, "Why is this happening?" Because he has to. Well, you ain't making a decision. Now I'm gonna make it a little difficult, so I'm gonna force you. Now you got to do what you got to do. I'm gonna help you. Yeah, but it ain't gonna be one of those. I'm gonna throw it out there like this. No, it's gonna be full in your face what you need to do. Girl. Sometimes you still just don't pay attention. Right. You know, like I wasn't, because it was full in my face what I need to do. I just didn't do it. Yeah. But now I know. Yeah. You know, now I can see, now I hear better. Yeah. The older I get, I hear better. Absolutely. Which is crazy. It's supposed to be here less, but not me. Right. I hear from dude more. That's right. That's the spiritual seeing and spiritual hearing. Yeah. You just become more, especially when you have near-death experiences and huge life changes, really opens up your mind, your how you see things and hear things. So that's always a good thing. You know, that not a good thing that it happened, but it opens you up to the possibilities of getting out there and stepping out there and doing things where you just like, okay, well, what I got to do, let me go ahead and do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this was good, Tracy. I am so glad you came, girl. Got my gifts. Thank you. I'm sure my daughter, I know my daughter, she gonna love that. Yanni, she gonna be trying to come down. You gotta go get your own stuff. So what's all in the store? Is it just the hair oils? The 2 hair oils. Just the 2 hair oils. Mm-hmm. So if they want to get in touch with, if they want some of the other ones, they can just get in touch with you that way. Yep. And matter of fact, if they text me right now your information, because I want to send it to him. Because I don't want to forget for him to put it on the screen. Even if they don't go online to order it, if they send me the message that they need it, I'll still get it to them. Okay. Which one would you rather have them reach out to you for? I mean, I can still get a message. I mean, I don't mind that, because shipping don't come to me anyways. They paying for the shipping. It's going to the package.
Right.
So that saves them money. I'm in the city.
Right.
It's not like if I'm driving way out to another town, it's a whole nother ball game.
Yep, we done. I usually text you until I'm done.
So let me come check.
We just got to run off. I'm sorry. Your next person out there, I know it's probably